I'm just going to get everything ready. Ellie's having a bit of a snooze. I'm just going to go and get everything ready, get her saddle and stuff out and ready to go, and then I'm going to see if I can get on her and hopefully have a bit of a ride. I don't even think the internet's working at all. I know that other people in town are having a dreadful time with it. So, bloody Optus are full of shit. Okay. That's already going on 2 minutes. There is absolutely no reception. Yeah, none. Right, Miss L. Miss Fancy. We're going to go for a walk.
Welcome everyone. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Right. So, I'm back with Ellie again, and I did say this morning I'm going to have a go at trying to see if I can draw it a little bit quicker than I have been. But I'm not too sure about it because I'm just still looking at the ground is still quite damp and slippery. So I might just only be doing a little bit of trotting here or there. I don't think I'm going to get into a canter today. Not even here. cleaned up before we hop into tonight.
Welcome, Nikita.
All you need is one little pebble of dirt stuck under there and it's going to hurt. And make sure you get everything out. And then cover it in mud. So important when you're going to put that on. You're going to have one.
I'm doing good. How are you doing? And how are you doing, Nervous Rider?
I'm doing good. I'm just trying to get all the mud and dirt out of Ellie's coat. It's a little bit, it's got quite a bit there. I'm just trying to really get that coming out. I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you've got good weather. And here her stomach rolls land, so her guts are working nicely. That's a good sign. She's going to have a good day with her. Make sure I lock the top end to the back and the shoulders. There's no mud stuck in the hair because they've got longer hair in the winter and it gets stuck. If you saddle up with anything there, you'll play up, which is fair enough.
Thanks for the likes, guys. Make sure you double tap the screen and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you.
I'm just going to get under the belly in there. Okay, on the front end, brush there. Too much stuff stuck. Bit of the hair coming off these feet. That nice feather hair, haven't you, darling? Good job. Oh, picking them feet up a bit early. Trying to get a bit of that blood off for now. Okay, I think we've got most of the mud off, so I will now proceed to clean out what I can of the brush. And I'm actually collecting her hair so I can use it to make rope. I've discovered something this morning. I did a stream earlier where I discovered that I'm able to make some actual really good rope out of their hair in an old-fashioned way. So I'm going to start doing that and see if I can't make her a halter out of her own hair. I think that would be nice.
Thanks,
for her.
Nikita. It is pretty cool.
Runny nose there, you're getting a bit of a cold. A bit of front of her eyes.
You gonna get some ice cream? That's awesome. Bring some for us if you don't mind.
Must be nice warm weather. Okay, now I'm going to.
Ellie would like some ice cream, wouldn't you?
Oh, Ellie would eat an entire bucket of ice cream if she could. I miss Ellie. She did nothing. Can I have a smell? Oh, yeah, I know what. Now, we had a bit of an issue with Miss Ellie, so you might be just watch this space.
Yeah.
Don't want to get bored. Ellie was deciding to pour everything. And she's been doing it for a few days, and she's trying to compete with the other female horse
have quad bikes. That's pretty damn cool. Awesome. Ice cream and quad bikes.
She's got out of shit already, and I'm telling you, I'm watching her body language. She's giving me that eye. And you guys might not be able to tell, but I know this horse like the back of my hand. And I can tell you right now, she's going to start with me in a minute. I'm going to try and get her to line up a little bit closer. And I want her to just stand nice and still. Oh, there's something underneath here. It's wet under there. I don't know where that coming from. Oh, it would have been when she's lying on the grass. Just give a quick brush under there because there's a bit of mud. Bit of muddy. You don't want that on the girth. Get muddy. You get that tidy.
Hi, Ian.
Hi Ian, how you doing? How's Trixie today?
Hi, horse girl.
G'day horse girl, how are you? Now,
Hey, Mark.
good girl. Try and keep it smart.
Yeah, guys, let's, we've got 30 people in the room and only 6 likes. So double tap your screen if you don't mind. Reagan and Grace. Hi, how you doing?
Alright, good girl.
Welcome, everybody.
You didn't have a go with me today. That's just yet. She's going to start now. So I knew it was too good to be true. I'm going to try and get out of it. That's okay. And this is all to do with her coming into the spring season where she is competing with the other mares. She thinks she's competing for a stallion. There is no stallion near here. Well, actually, there is a stallion about 500 metres, or maybe a kilometre, that way. And he's an old boy. But he broke out and got one of the horses over here pregnant. Just got in their paddock.
Ian says, Trixie's going well, a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, it was freezing here.
Hey, Skelly.
G'day, Skell. How you doing, mate?
Thanks, Regan. She is a very pretty pony.
So she thinks she's going to be competing with any other mares right now for a stallion's affection, and that's why she's giving me the I'm not working and being a little bit of a dirt, there's a bit of dirt and giving me a bit of crankiness. So I'm just going to let her absorb what I'm doing. There's nothing wrong with her, she's just giving me some behaviour, which mares tend to do. Some mares are a lot worse than others, and she's more mature now, so she's going in cycles regularly now, and she's understanding. And because she has a bit of a dominant nature, she wants to fight pretty much any females. Now, I reckon if it was a guy doing this, she'd be less apprehensive about it. I think because I am a female, she has a little bit more of an instinctual desire to try to let me know that she's not having a bar to do with it. Unfortunately for her, she's not going to intimidate me. So what I'm going to, we should try and cow kick there. That's okay, we can let her do that. And I'm going to ask her to go for a walk and get herself into a better mood. Up you get. So I'd like her to...
Thanks, Nikita. Skelly went for a run today, lasted about 10 minutes.
That's good, Skell. Good exercise. I need to start going for a run, but I don't think I can run at the moment. I'm not fit enough. I'm having trouble walking around in here, let alone running.
And any questions are welcome, guys. Any questions you have, I can try and answer some. And if you have a question for Nervous Rider herself, I'll relay that back to her. And welcome, everyone.
So I'm going to just ask her to come off over to me nicely today without any drama, even though she's not feeling like it. Yesterday we did a little bit of work where we tried to do some liberty work, and that was interesting. automatically really good foundation to work with. If, however, they're not listening, then you've got some tactics you can use to get them to listen up. Now, she's just got herself, turn her, turn, and then go the other direction. So whenever she does something that I'm not agreeing to, I make her change direction and think about what she's doing. And that activates their brain and gets them to start going, oh, I'm thinking about this. Now she's going to use the toilet. That's all right, she'll go to the toilet. Not that horses use the toilet, they just go. I'll be back in a minute. We'll clean that straight up so don't trip on it. And this is part of the joy of working with a horse. Walk on, Ellie. Walk on. Yep. Walk on. Something good there. Keep going. Clean as you go, you don't have a bunch of mess everywhere. A lot of people leave things to the last thing and it piles up and then it's hard to work. Easy to work as you go. And that way, when you finish riding, you don't have a whole heap of stuff to front up. You can just relax. Now I have a feeling she's going to listen nicely today once I get her going. And it's alright just to keep it on her. Yeah. Just get her to walk on, but I want her to move out of my space, so I'm just going to let her know that she's in my space by waving that. And I'm going to walk out from the edge. Yep. So I'm going to turn her in another direction. That. That. You see, she's really being quite defined right now. So I want her to go back out. She's being quiet, but she's being defiant. And here we go. The dog has... Look, back up, Sue.
I don't know how he got out. I'll go and deal with it. Give me a second. Just gonna do the thing. I'll take him away.
It's alright, she's not really scared of him, I don't think. Up. Come on, Ellie, forget about him and let's walk on. Good girl. Good girl. Lovely. Good girl. I'll just get her to keep moving. I don't want her to be focusing on him. I want her to listen to me and not focus on him. So she's doing a good job right now because it's pretty distracting having a dog with a big plastic cone on its head right next to you. That could be something I can see why she's curious and wants to stop and check that out. She's had a moment to look at it. So we'll just let her get into a bit of a walk. What am I doing? I'm just getting the horse ready to exercise. So we're going to get her into a good frame of mind before I ride her. So she's a young horse and you don't want to just jump on them without getting them ready, getting them mentally ready so they're thinking about things, so their mind is working and they're easier to work with. And depending on the horse, some horses you can just put the saddle on and off you go. I can do that with her, but I prefer not to because I'm trying to establish really good boundaries and really good habits with her. So when I do eventually have to go places with her, she's going to be all ready. Good girl on the outer edge, good girl. She's going to trot. Good girl. That was a really nice. Move out a little, trot. So she's going to give me a really nice little trot there. She's a little apprehensive, but not too bad. She says, all right, I'll give you what you're asking. Walk. Good girl. Walk on. Not stop. Walk on. Walk on. Come on. Walk on. Okay, we'll go this direction. Turn. Yep. So now she says I've had enough and I'm not going to keep going. So I'm going to back her see that? So when I'm standing like how I am, I'm just standing here slouching. I'm being lazy. I'm showing her a lazy person. I'm showing her a lazy leader. In her head, me being a lazy leader means what can I do to get on top of you? What can I do to put you at the bottom of the pecking order? That's what she's thinking when I'm like that. So this is why, when I'm asking, I have a very firm way of standing straight and tall. The other direction, good girl. And I ask her in a really good way. I'm going to get cameraman to stay back because I'm going to show you this again.
Hi, JC.
What I did when I was doing it. You can see the horse's reaction, but not mine. So watch what happens. You go behind me in this when I go around the thing. You'll stay behind me. Instead of the different trot, up, and a top, step, still, back, step, back out. Then of course it goes out there. And now I'm going to just, suddenly I'm going to slouch. Instantly. As soon as I slouch, what does she do? She says, it's work's over. I'm done. There's no energy there. She doesn't have to move. But when I get energy, up, and I put myself back up again, she says, ooh, you're meaning it. Up. So I'm going to ask her, actually I'm going to get her to go this way first. And you can see how much our body language affects how these horses respond to us. So if they think that they're intimidating us and we are scared, and trust me, I always feel a bit of intimidation with horses, especially a young one. I'm very aware that they can actually do a lot of damage to us if we're not smart enough to read their body language. I'm within kicking distance right now. Believe it or not, if she wanted to get me, she could swing her butt around and hit me in a 5-second flat. Probably in 2 seconds. Hook. I'm going to ask her to pay attention. She's not listening again. So if she doesn't listen and she's not paying attention, she's paying attention to something over there, not to me. So I want her to stop and think. Yep. Hook. I want her to listen to me and follow me. And when I say hook, that means I want her to follow me. It's called hooking on, which is a technical term horse people use. But it literally just means that she's recognising me as her leader. And if I stop, she stops. If I walk, if she's paying attention, but if she loses that train of thought, come on, then I'm going to get behind her and I'm going to move her feet forward. I'm going to drive her in a fashion that somebody in a herd would do. I'm going to ask her to go past me and I'm going to drive her forward and away from me. Now, in driving her away from me, the psychology behind that is when if you're watching wild herds, if somebody gets in the mare's way or the stallion's way and they don't move their feet forward and get away, they're going to get. Now, when they're being driven away because the person's a leader. If you watch 2 stallions, and I'm going to relax myself again and bring her in. Stand, good girl. I'm going to acknowledge that really, really good listening skill that you just had. So if you watch any wildlife and nature things on wild stallions and wild mares, number one, the stallions aren't the most dominant in a herd. The mare is. The alpha mare picks who the stallion breeds with, and the alpha mare will actually kick the crap out of the stallion if she decides that she doesn't like what he's doing. So she actually has top tier. The stallions together, you've got 2 stallions in a herd and one matures and the other one's coming up to maturity. They will fight, and they will fight to the death at times, and they very quickly can kill one another. Horses are pretty gentle creatures when it comes to interacting with other animals, but in amongst themselves in a herd pecking order, they can get quite violent. And I have 2 mares that are quite dominant that want to be right up here. So I have a lot of issues with those 2 mares basically trying to topple me from being the herd leader when I'm working with them and trying to put me down the bottom. So they challenge me all the time. And a lot of people don't want to have a horse that challenges them all the time. They want a simple and easy basic horse. But the more you work with these mares, They are excellent horses. The more that they start to realise, okay, let's get the work done and then we're done. So with her, we're at a stage now where she's beginning to mature mentally into an adult brain. So she's able to test in a way an adult mare will, and she's able to use her body the way an adult mare will to do that testing. But she's very, 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 very much still able to listen and be respectful as well. So I'm just going to give her a moment while I do this girth up. I do not want to forcefully get her clenched with it because that's as tight as we want to go. I'm just going to thread that through there, and I'm going to ask her to go again. Off you go. She's, getting used to the drill now. I'm not having to really be very forceful with my asking. But in a herd situation, she's going to, what's she doing? Racing there. Oh no, she's depending. Good go. So she's just refusing to listen right now. So I'll just redirect her again. And she's just going to probably keep testing me for a couple more years before she finally settles down. I find around 8 years of age, 8, 9, 10 years of age is the best age they have. That's where they're usually the most fit and the most willing to do anything that you're asking. Anything younger, it can be still a challenge. So she's walking along nicely and she's not needing to be up. Now I'm correcting her back, turn, up, turn, back. And she's going to face me, and when she faces, she thinks she's challenging. So she's got to learn not to challenge with the facing. She's got to understand that when she faces me, I'm not going to back down and say, oh, I'm getting out of your way. The minute I take a step backwards with a horse like her is the minute she decides she's in the lead, and she's going to be leading me and telling me what to do. Now I can go a little quicker. And this is where we'll get a bit of attitude, and I'm going to move her back out there. See the eye? She's a little bit attitudey there. Got you. And walk. And turn. Facing. Good girl. And you walk. Good girl. She's actually quite good. Just a little challenge here and there that she does. So that's really good. I'm pleased with that, and I'm happy with her responses to me and not being too cranky. It's a good thing. I'm just going to quickly have a look at her. Have a look at her feet. Now the other thing that she's been trying to do,
So guys, we have 25 people in the room and only 12 likes. Can we even out these numbers, please? Just double tap your screen. It's totally free, helps the channel. Thank you.
Yes, please do. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ultimately, what I'd like to do is to be able to just get to a point where I know that I can sustain these horses in the environment they're in. And also, the other thing is that I do not make any money off these horses. I do not make money for helping people learn to ride. I do not charge a cent. I never have, and I've been doing this for the last 10 years for free with people around this area, where if there's somebody who wants to learn to ride and they don't have the opportunity or the money to go to a riding school, I will invite them over and teach them. And then generally they go and buy their own horse and they're set then. Usually they stay for about a year and get all the practicing. But I never charge. So I do not make money out of these horses like other riding people do when they charge for things. I don't do that. I don't think it's right that people can't have the enjoyment of being around a horse without having to pay astronomical amounts of money, I don't think that's a good thing. I think that everyone should be able to be around a horse without having to do that. Now, I'm not going to do the back legs because I'm too scared right now. I can also help you that. But, you stay, Ellie. Now, see, she runs away. You think that's all? Thank you. Now, yesterday I made a mistake again. I keep learning. I keep making these mistakes. I get sidetracked. The mistake I made was when I was popping the bridle on. I didn't ask her to drop like this. I just grabbed and pushed it. While she was going. Really bad. Matter of fact. And see that? That's going like that. Now that is not acceptable. What I've got to do is find a way to prevent that from happening. So the best way to do that is her head low. You can still paw, but you can't do as much when her head's low. You certainly can't do a sudden banger of a strike. So it's a bit tricky. I should have had my lead rope on before I began. Didn't think. And you'll hear me say things like I don't think, and it's because I am a little bit dim-witted after having a bit of a stroke a couple of years back. I'm not as mentally with it as I used to be. And release. And release. So I'm just asking her to. And release. Because I'm opening, but I'm not opening. Now, see there. Now I'm going to ask her to drop. You see how she's dropping for me? Drop. And then we get out and use. Now it's good. And we drop again, and she lifts her head up, we go back. We get you forward, and we go back. And there we have very quick bridling. Now, a few weeks ago, this was really taking a long time. We had a few incidences where it was, one time it took me 45 minutes to get the bit in because she had a bit of a problem because we had an accident with it when someone was learning how to do the bridle and take it off, and we didn't drop her head, and she had her head raised up high when they were taking it off, and the poor lady panicked, and the bit came down and whacked her in the teeth, which really hurt. And I don't blame her. It took her quite a few days to accept the bit again without being upset about it. So it's going to give her a stretch at the front. Up, Tim, yeah, into above. Just a little gentle stretch. Not a huge one, just a gentle one. Good girl. And do this side. Good girl.
So guys, let's make sure we hit that like button and help the stream, and it just definitely helps the channel keep going. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, I don't have my helmet, so I'm going to pop this on, and this is a signal to her too. This is another thing we're training with, and that is that when I drop the lead rope, it's not a very heavy lead rope, but when I drop it down on the ground, the signal is for her to stay. So I drop it, and that's telling her to stay. And then also what I do is I ask her to drop, and I just say stay. And I'll give her a nice pat down here, and a nice pat over the eye. Now the reason I pat over the eye, that really suits them, and that's something I've done with all my horses, and I do notice a difference if I don't do that, and if I do that. So just gentles them a bit. When they can't see, and they're blind, they have to trust you. My horses have no problem with me holding my hands over their eyes. A lot of horses, if you did that, they'll panic. But you can see here, she's got her eyes completely blocked there. She can't see a darn thing, and she's not worried whatsoever. So it just helps get her to a frame of mind where she feels nice and relaxed. So I'm going to ask her to stay. Now, she may not stay, but she understands the command stay. She understands the verbal command. So I'm hoping she does. Stay. Good girl. And stay.
those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button.
So you can see she did really well there. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to give her some acknowledgement for that. With that, nice strong rub on the neck. She enjoys this right here. And that's her little reward for staying and listening. Good girl. She says, oh, you got the spot there. You got the spot. Always, if they're doing something good, always reward them with a pat, an acknowledgement. Change your tone so it's quieter and calmer so they understand. Tone is massive with horses. She's a very intelligent girl. She understands everything that I'm telling her for the most part. If I'm clear about
Wow, 40 people and 13 likes. Guys, can we get those likes way up? Let's try and match these numbers.
yeah, guys, look, if you can just give her a thumbs up, that would really be helpful, because later down the track, if we go into a drought again, last time we went into a drought, all my horses had to be rehomed bar one, and that was really heartbreaking, and it was hard not just for the animals, but it was also hard for me. They got good homes, but I don't want that to happen again, especially with, this is not my horse, this is my daughter's horse. No, I've got 3 others of mine, and there's another one called Henry. We've got 5 horses here, and I hand feed all my horses. So when I get into a drought, the cost of feed gets astronomical, and it can be really, really hard. So the way that I'm hoping I can get some help with that is if I get enough likes and I get enough people watching, I'll be able to possibly get monetized, which can then go towards their feed and ensure that they can keep on being here, and I can keep on helping other people, because that gives me joy as well as gives the horses something to do. So that would be great. And look, much appreciated. If you can't or you don't want to, that's okay too. You're most welcome to stay and watch. It doesn't really matter, but it will help. So I'm going to ask her to do a really simple exercise right now, which is going to be a turn and touch. So nice stretch. Good girl. Good girl. And that was lovely. And I'm going to ask her on the other side to turn and stretch. Good girl. One more. Good. She says, oh, I want you on my other side, please. Okay, go over here. Usually she doesn't have to have me over. She just wants to get out, so that's good. She's really, really, really sleepy right now. She's not going to be doing too much work. So we're going to get ready to get on. As I said, it's still quite slippery here. It's not dry enough to go into really big speeds at all. So I will be a bit more careful and cautious today. Her safety and my safety come before anything. I'm not worried about impressing people. I'm worried about making sure that the horse gets what it needs, so that when she's learning, it's a good lesson. And it's not just about rushing. Okay, so I'm going to this one here. Good girl. And bring this mounting block over. Start with the side that she's usually most apprehensive with. And we'll see what she does stand. Good girl, stand. Good girl. She's going back a little bit. I'm not going to accept that. I'm going to ask for a forward step. Good. Stand. Good girl. And see, when she did that step back, what she's really doing is telling me that she's not wanting to use it. So I corrected straight away, and then you get her standing nice and still. And you can see she's standing lovely, really good. I can get up and down. She won't move. She'll stay because she understands that's her space where she's got to be right now. The more we practice at this, the better the horse gets. Most people have problems with their horse when they're going to mount. The reason is the horse is trying to get out of having to work. This is why you'll see people, their horse going round in circles while they're trying to get up, or the horse just walks away. Well, you've got to correct that if you want to have a successful mount. The other thing is, when you've got a young horse like this girl, and see this pawing that she's going to do, she says, So I'm not going to take that pressure off while she's carrying on like that. That pressure I've got here with the boot isn't going to be coming off while she's doing that. And make sure there's no hair stuck there. Take that off now because it's not. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes take it a little bit there. You want to make sure that that's not happening. Good girl. Now when I put it back in, he's not going to give me any drama there. And then I can go up and over, like so. Stand. I want her to stay, so I'm just going to get her to stand and drop. Good girl. Ask her to drop again. Good girl. Now I am repetitive and I do this every single time I get on. But there is a good reason for it. If you stay consistent, your horse will become very, 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 very good at knowing exactly what you need and what you want, and will often just give you without you even having to ask once they've done this over and over and over again. And that's what you get, repetition and consistency, and clear signals give you that kind of reaction. Now there is a bee there, I just saw it. Okay, I'm a bit paranoid about these. The other thing is, if you can do things like get used to swinging your feet up and over, things like that. Oh, that's a good scratch. Things like moving your feet around and moving. Most horses, if you did that, they'll start going. I'm getting a cramp in my, I'm getting a bad cramp. Oh, I've got a really bad cramp. Sometimes I get cramps in my back and in my leg. I'm getting one right now. So I'm just going to let myself sit for a second. Let it pass. When we get older, we get all sorts of ailments physically, so we want to make sure we're physically okay before we start moving. If you're someone like me who gets cramps often, then you've got to be good girl. I'm going to give a rub on the bum with my leg there. Good to stretch myself as well as stretch her. Good girl. Rub on the bum. And I used to be able to just stand up on her and everything back in the day. It's been a while. There we go. So I'm getting back to where I'm trusting that again. It's not her, it's me. It doesn't trust things. Now the other thing is, when I'm ready to go, what I want to do is I want her to be in sync with me. So drop, good girl, relax, let her have a moment. My signal for her to leave and go forward is me to move my hands forward with the reins. If I just do it without the reins, she won't move. But watch what happens when I do it with the reins. Now she may say no initially, but we'll see. So I'll ask twice. Second time she says, yep, I'm awake and I'm going. And that's all I have to do to get her to go forward. She's a stubborn horse and she is lazy, but that's all I have to do. Now when we first started working her, you could sit on her and she would not move. She would just refuse. So it's taken a while to get her to this place where she's really listening so well, and I'll show you again there. I'm going to put my feet down, I'm going to try and roll up there. Drop, it'll relax again. So just so you can see, straight away she's with it. And I want to turn this way, I just tap against that little bit there. I don't have to pull her. Tapping on the reins, and she will listen to that, and also putting my foot on, she'll listen to that. So when I have my foot on and my foot back on the other side, she'll go around the actual internal foot. Now some people do it the other way around, they train the horse the other way around. And that's okay, it doesn't matter as long as it works. People argue about it all the time. My theory is that if the horse does what you want, it doesn't matter what way you ask for it as long as you get what you need. And as long as they get what they need and just make it easy. I'm going to bring her back over here. And we're going to go. And you can see she's got a very loose rein here. I'm just going to tap slightly on the rein and we're going to turn straight away. Leg forward, and I'm giving her consistent signals. So while I'm giving her a consistent signal, she's giving me a consistent response, which is wonderful. That's what we need and want from our horses. Now you see all these people that put up and they're riding in shows and they're doing all these fantastic things, and they are wonderful at what they do, but it takes a big lot of effort to get to that point. It doesn't just happen easily. It depends on the horse, of course. For some horses, it can take years for them to get mature enough. And I'm going to ask for a trot. She's going to try and get me there. Just going to ask for a little trot there. Slowly. Oops, sorry, I just gave her the signal to slow down and I nearly came off. So my balance today is not great. And I'm feeling like I'm going to come off. And she's responding accordingly, which is what I've taught her to do. Try that trot again. Try and keep myself in a decent seat. I'm really not liking going across here because it's quite slippery. She's listening beautiful. And good. And you can see as soon as I say whoa, she listens and she slows. And if I say whoa, should have it stop. Taking a while to stop there, but she's stopping. Good girl. We do have to work on our stops a bit more because we've worked so fast with her moving forward. Stop. Drop down and relax. Stop. Come on, lovely. Drop down. That walk. Lift it up. Stop. Relax. Good girl. Good to also practice just sitting still. And just relaxing with your horse, not having too much of an anticipation of things. So allow the moment to be there, especially if you're nervous like me. Believe it or not, I look like I'm not, but I am extremely nervous right now, and I'm actually fighting the urge to get off because I have this extreme fear something bad is going to happen. I don't know why, but I saw a bee earlier and it's making me scared because I did have her bolt on me when she got stung by something. So right now I'm just trying to calm myself again. I'm going to get her moving again. We're going to go over here, on a walk. I'm going to go back to what I'm comfortable with. Nothing wrong with the horse. She'd be easily going to camp today if I asked her to. But for me, that does not feel like I can. I don't trust that I can balance. I don't trust that I can stay on and not freak out and come off. Then go around this little deep basin. You can see here, she's got a very loose rein. She's only responding to a neck rein tap. So just a little tap on the neck, responding to that. The other thing you can do is if you're not tapping on the neck, you tap on the direction that you want her to go on the rein. Just do a little tap on the rein, like so, and she'll listen to that. Just that vibration is enough. Today it's enough. Some days it's not enough. Some days she wants you to fight with her. Trot. Trot. Come on, trot. So I'm asking her to trot. She's not listening, but I'm not going to kick her. I don't like to kick horses. Trot. what I'm going to do is try and assert my body's pressure to ask her to stop falling. And there we go.
Someone is slowing down just out the front here.
Yep. Okay, well, it might be rude. That's good, eh?
I'll deal with it. Just things get funky, just start filming.
Yeah, okay. Good deal. Oh, okay. Who this is. Good deal. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, hang on a sec. If you want to wait a moment, I'll come over. Yep. Ellie, you get off having to get ridden any further today. Okay, so Miss Ellie gets out of having to work, and I get to show some kids. This is what I'm talking about. To be kind, and help people out.
I'll take that for you.
She can stay in
Yeah.
for a bit. I'll go and catch Starlight.
I will
Ring her. Before you film anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure. I'll just let you have the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I don't
Well, I'll just leave it here with Ellie to see for right now. Okay, guys, I'll just leave it there for a moment, and I'll be back.
One, two. Like and settle. I know you want to push it over. You want them to settle over, but I can't let you. Okay. Alright, so this is just what happens. We have sometimes random people that stop and they want to see the horses. And we just have such unexpected visitors today. Hey Alaskan, how you going? And guys, if you would like to donate directly to Nervous Rider to help her channel and help keep her horses going, that PayPal link is just down in the chat there. And feel free to give $1, 50 cents, anything you can spare. Definitely helps. Thank you all so much. I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, we just have Nervous Rider over here, and she's taking the little guy there, and I'm going to show the kids. Just had some random people turn up today, so it's pretty cool. this is kind of an unexpected thing that happens, or has happened now. So she's very much engaged and switched on, and is very much wanting to help with that, because Nervous Rider grew up and horses were her only outlet growing up as a small child. So she very much connects with that, and this is kind of a rare, unexpected opportunity for her to do just that. So it's pretty cool. But again, if anyone would like to donate, that that PayPal link is just in the chat section there, just under Soundacre Studio. You'll be live tomorrow and you have a day off. Okay, very cool, awesome. Thank you. This is what Nervous Rider does. She is just so switched on and engaged, and this to her is like winning the lottery. And it is very nice to see just a wonderful family just stopping on an outing. This is really wild. Like, and Talkie is just being his naughty self. He's just doing what he does, and this is perhaps one of the highlights for Angie, because this is a rare opportunity for her to actually engage like this. And you know, this is I've known her for a very long time, and for her to be able to actually connect on this level is a very special thing to her. I can imagine. So. Well, there you are. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, not a problem. Well, that was very nice for them to stop. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was always a child's favourite horse because they watch Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron.
Yeah.
And she looks like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people think she is. A lot of kids think she is. And I'll be like, is that Spirit?
Yeah.
But Spirit was a boy, so.
Yeah. It's just wonderful seeing their faces light up like that. It's just incredible.
Come on, miss. You'll like through the grass, won't
See, that's a good dad. Dad is a good father, a good mother. Got to get back to this, guys. We really do. This is society. Wonderful family. And you know, I think in this today's society where just, you know, fear is the undercurrent, you know, it's to have times like this where people just suspend their fear and they come together, you know. This is a beautiful family, and I can tell they both want the best for their kids. That to me is just incredible. It's just wonderful. Well, if we didn't know this was 2025 right now, I would say it's probably back to 1980 right now. That's just incredible. It just looks like something from the 80s. Actually, early 90s. It's tremendous. Welcome, everyone. We have 25 people in the room and 17 likes. Can we even those numbers out, please? Just double tap your screen. It's totally free, helps the channel, and helps Nervous Rider keep doing what she's doing. And if anyone watching is interested in donating directly to Nervous Rider, there is a link just in the chat there, paypal.com/paypalme/Nervous Rider. Anything you can spare, even $1, 50 cents, everything helps. Thank you guys so much. And this is the thing. Observe the genuine excitement. It does not come from a tablet. It does not come from a video game or anything. This is what a horse can provide. It's just tremendous. And I can just imagine the joy and excitement that Angie would be feeling in getting to interact in this way. So Abdullah, yeah, it's a female horse. Yeah. authentic joy, excitement. So again, if anyone is interested in donating, I am going to drop another link in the chat for you to donate directly to Nervous Rider, and that will help her keep going. And here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and drop that link now. There we are. And anything you can spare, be it 50 cents, $1, $10, whatever you would like to donate, every little bit helps. Hi Linda, how are you doing? Very cool, awesome. I'm doing pretty good today too, and Nervous Rider here, she's kind of having a sort of a rare opportunity now to actually do some interaction with the public, and we just had this lovely family stop here today, just out of the blue, and it's pretty awesome. So, yeah, everyone's happy, having a lovely day. You know, thanks for joining us, everyone. Oh, Linda, no, I've just put I put a PayPal link in the chat just above where it says Soundacre Studio. So that's where people can actually donate if they would like to. Thanks, Linda. Thank you. And we're trying to eventually this channel will become monetized, so possibly we'll be able to accept some donations that way. But for now, I'll just put up that PayPal link, and if anyone is interested in donating, they can. Dad has a very good mindset. Basically instilling that there's another world besides technology, so just listening, and it's very cool. We have a really good dad, wonderful family, mother and father, so. No problem, Linda. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Oh, that was terrific. Excellent.
They love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool.
Parents, I think, enjoyed it too. They're from New Zealand.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. That's great.
Right, Miss Zara, you can't stay out here because you're going to get fan room if I leave you out here. So come on.
Okay, very cool.
Thanks to everyone who's paid for this over there. Just important that that's exactly what I was talking about. It's so important that you don't, if somebody's interested in something like this, and you have the ability to allow that interaction, it's extremely important that you do it, because that might be the only time, oh, they've got another car.
Oh, yeah.
That might be the only time that those people ever get a chance to do that. So it's really, I'm glad they asked. Well, they didn't even ask. We just went over and asked them what could we help them. But they were just happy to just watch. But they really enjoyed that. So
That's wonderful.
yeah, the little boy was a bit scared, but by the time it all finished, he was pretty much a professional horse feeder.
Awesome.
You, Missy, little good girl, very patient. There you go. He says, I want to get out of here. So Ellie got out of them work, and Zara got to do some interacting. She's good with kids. She's a good pony.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Now, Miss Ellie, I think actually I need to bring her. Where do I put them? Yeah, nice couple. Lovely children, very well behaved. Those people have their heads screwed on. They want their kids to interact in nature. That's what I like to see. That's a really positive thing. And especially, oh, what are you getting up to, you?
Arlene Bear said hi.
Oh, hi Matt. Oh, the heck? What is that? Breaking out. So important if you can offer. It doesn't cost anything to be nice and make your kids have a wonderful day. They've got to drive a 4-hour drive ahead of them, 5-hour drive. So that'll give them something to think about and talk about on their way back. And the dad actually said to me that was probably the highlight of their entire holiday for the kids. So that's good. And that makes me feel very, very happy. Because that's what I want my purpose to be, is to enrich other people through the horses and working with them, allow other people to experience the same joy I get from them, as much as I can. I'm worn out. That was really good. It's a shame they didn't live closer. I thought they might have been local. If they were local, I would have said to them, come round and bring the kids more often. I just didn't want to bring the kids in because Sudie's, I've got too many horses running around. Burnt. Right, let's put this girl home. Now, I want to see if Zara's going to give me any drama when I take Ellie back, or if Ellie's going to try any silly behaviour. I want to try one thing before I do it. Really, it's only confident I'll go for
Hi, Patricia.
Huh?
I was saying hi to Patricia. Yeah.
Oh, Patricia, how you doing? Now, do I trust? Do I trust her? I think I do. Do I trust myself? Probably not. I did it. I did it.
Wow.
Really?
Good job.
Thank you. Like, what the hell? I can't believe I just did that. That was scary. It was fine.
Thank you.
But, thank you, darling. You just made my confidence go 3 miles back up the hill instead of down. Come on, my girlie. Let's go this way. Chicken fly. Horse fly. Oh my God. Just watch out. There's a horse fly right behind us. If it stings us, it's cold. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go over the fence. You need to get out there. If you run forward, you get whacked. So if you live where there's a horse fly ever and the horse is automatically stay back. Don't trust. Don't get yourself locked in a corner where you can get stuck. Do what I did. Just find the fence and go the wrong way. Ellie over, but I wasn't sure that she wouldn't just overpower everybody, knock them down. So I didn't. I better catch Toppy. Go get him. And go and see. Actually, I might pop him in quickly. Get him to do a little bit of work for me. This is what it's do. Come on, Top. It's getting hot, isn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's going pretty hot. What else? Still everything. I don't think I've done enough water. Okay, come on.
I'll quickly go and grab your water.
It's all right. It's got in the shed there actually. I think I lost it though. Oh, don't worry. I'm only going to do a minute with him. Just want him to do a couple of things and then I'll finish up. Anyhow.
Welcome everyone, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much for coming. Get in there.
Forward. One more forward. Come on. And this is where we're practicing, so when the little fella comes up that rides him, he stands still next to the box and he's used to people flying in the boat. Off he goes. He says, I'm going to take off. Then back there. Work on the other side. So he's got two sides. Work. And don't worry, I don't ride this horse. He's way too small, but what I do is I prepare him for when kids come by doing things like this, and kids will do all sorts of stuff like jump and yell and scream, so I do everything a kid would do, and see he's parking nicely there. Good boy, he parked nice a minute ago. Off he goes. Right, let's go. Up, there, walk on, there, this way, there. Other way. Go backwards. Yep. Forward. Right. Up. You're done tight. Okay. Back to that.
Complete defiance.
So you don't have to smack them, you just have to give them an acknowledgement that you're not going to keep doing that to me, then move forward. Up. So he knows I mean business when I work him. Up. Enter. Up. And I have to keep up with him because if I don't, he's being very defiant there. Turn. Turn. Good boy, lovely lifting there. Up. Here. So I'm going to show you, as soon as I slack myself, then going. And I don't, look, he can't, I'm not letting him come this way.